It's unbelievable. It's the end of June as we welcome you back to Sports World, and Keith Hillier, who joins me now for our racing segment with Wayne Wilson up there in Brisbane. And Keith's already talking about the Melbourne Cup. You're not ahead of yourself, are you, Keith?
No, I'm not, Sandy. Ancient Ritual, who won the Tats Cup in Brisbane yesterday, is in the Melbourne Cup. He wouldn't be on my short list yet, but Bruce McAvaney actually would have put him on. Wayne Wilson in Brisbane, Ancient Ritual. He went up there for the St Ledger. That's next Saturday week, and he's won 2 big races on the way.
Keith, he's been very impressive in what he's done here in Brisbane so far. I thought it was a little bit of a step up for him yesterday to go into the Tattersalls Cup and be competitive, but competitive he was, and he was very authoritative, I thought, at the end of it. Now, he's a young horse who has only been lightly raced. Well, when I say he's a young horse, he's a 4-year-old rising 5, but he's only been lightly raced. Now, Gerald Ryan is more of the opinion that maybe he should give the Melbourne Cup a miss this year and go for it next year when the horse is a little bit more race-wise. And that might not be a bad idea, but Connections are toying with it. It's very inviting this year, so why not have a crack at it with Ancient Ritual? And he's really blossomed here in Queensland. It was a particularly impressive performance yesterday when he went to the line very strongly and held Osmart over the final stages of the race. He looks as though he's a real stayer of the future. They're also toying with the idea of missing the St Ledger. I wouldn't be entertaining that idea if he were mine. Whilst he's going great guns at the moment, I'd be pinching the big St Ledger prize here in a fortnight's time.
Here's Wayne's call of the finish of the Tats Cup. Ancient Ritual, lime green colours. Troy Jackman's first win in Brisbane.
700 metres from the judge, and here they come. Never Say just led My Latin Boy. Going up quickly, Golden Step. A presser up to make a line of 4 as they approach the turn. Pharaoh 50 inside, followed by Western Showdown. Behind those, Full of Dreams, Major Decision, Shuffle Back. Donegal Mist is looking for a run, and Spiritual Star and Ancient Ritual are taken out to the outside with Thrifty Reserve. 400 metres left to go. Western Showdown and a presser led the way from Never Say. Pharaoh behind them, Thrifty Reserve. Oh, here comes Ancient Ritual. Have a look at him go. Ancient Ritual about 5 away from the fence, and Thrifty Reserve move up to Never Say. A presser. Pharaoh can't get out. Either can. Major Decision. Ancient Ritual and Thrifty Reserve have taken the lead together. Ancient Ritual in front. Look at Osmart coming late. Ancient Ritual. Ancient Ritual's beaten either Osmart or Thrifty Reserve from beatside.
It's a very good performance by Ancient Ritual. He'd been off the scene for 9 months with a cannon bone injury. Wayne Wilson, Capestead, apparently had colic on the eve of the Mercedes-Benz yesterday.
Yes, there was a little bit of a scare at the races when we first arrived there. The stewards rang me in the broadcast box and they said, will you make this announcement that he had a slight attack of colic on the Friday night. He had been examined by the stable's veterinary surgeon and passed as fit to start. But they said, we want to make sure, so they had their club's veterinary surgeon examine the horse. He was passed as fit to start and he was backed off the map 9-1 into run 5-1 and ripped a fortune from the bookmakers.
Few people might realise, Wayne, that the trainer of Ancient Ritual is Gary Stewart, who rode Bone Crusher to success here in Australia.
Yes, well, Gary settled on the Gold Coast, I guess about 12 months ago, and weight's always been a problem. He said weight has troubled him since the start of his jockeying career, so he decided to make a go of it as a trainer. He's only got 5 horses in work down at the Gold Coast, but he's linked up with Laurie Bricknell, one of our big bookmakers here in Queensland, and Laurie has invested a bit of money. He bought a half share in Capestead for his wife and his daughters, and Gary's got the horse to train, and he looks as though he's a real spring prospect, and his performance was particularly good yesterday. A great ride by Mick Dittman. He was caught wide in the early stages of the race. Mick got him in a little closer midway through the race, but he had to go wide when he started his run coming around the home turn, but my gee, really exploded in the home straight. He too is a rather immature horse, this fellow, so all he can do is get better, Keith.
Well, here he is, and what would he have done without a bout of colic?
At the 700 metres markets, Latham Bay 3 parts to Sprightly Jet and Blushing Bijou 3 deep. Facile with a perfect run forth on the rails from Sir T, followed by Madame Valletta. Then Whale of a Night, Bucks Pride, Capestead going up behind those. Then Unequal Bound to Play. A long way back as they turn for home. Hula Action and Blaylock's Bull second last into the straight with about 400 metres to go. And Latham Bay, the leader from Sprightly Jet, Blushing Bijou. Facile waiting for the run on the fence from Bucks Pride, and Dittman's cutting loose on Capestead. He's coming up with a big run on the outside. The Madame Valletta, but look at Capestead. Capestead dashed past Sprightly Jet, Latham Bay and Bucks Pride with 100 metres left to go, and Capestead is starting to stretch away. Bucks Pride's battling gamely, but Capestead too good and won the money from Bucks Pride. Third Blaylock's Bull, he's a gunner.
Yes, too good. The only words that Wayne needed there. Too good also applied to Rich Pageantry. Wayne, the filly, making it 6 on the trot yesterday.
Yeah, she's been in great form. She's won 2 black type races in the space of 7 days here in Queensland. She looked pretty good when she won at Newman. She looked pretty good yesterday when she raced away from them to score very easily in the Winter Stakes at Eagle Farm, Keith.
OK, here's the finish of that race. She's very good.
A length away to Be My Baby, followed by Banker's Hope and Ivy Cottage, followed by Beret Rouge Cairns Version. Then Excited Angel, Big Colony, Only Friends, I Won and Ma'am Sally at the tail. On the bend, 4.50 to go, and Miss Sandman went to the lead from Mercerie, Sparkling Bounty. Here's Rich Pageantry. She's pulled out and has rattled up quickly, followed by Gildan Queen. Sioux City Sewers next, and Samaranch looking for the way out from Banker's Hope. Rich Pageantry pounced in the lead, 2.50 to go. Sioux City Sue's moved to second, followed by Miss Sandman, Gilded Queen. Banker's Hope's coming home well, but Rich Pageantry the leader with 100 metres to go. Banker's Hope moving to second, but this has been another perfect ride to Brian York. He's in top form. Rich Pageantry beat Banker's Hope. Ivy Cottage made ground to run third.
Well, your carnival really comes virtually to an end next week, Wayne, with the popular meeting at Ipswich.
It's always a great meeting, the Ipswich Cup meeting. It's a real country atmosphere at Ipswich. They do a great job in promoting it. The Ipswich Cup has been a great race over a long period of time. In fact, they're our oldest racing club here in Queensland, and I'm sure the Ipswich Turf Club are going to have a bonanza meeting there next Saturday, Keith.
We'll look forward to your report on that. On the local scene, or well, here in Melbourne, the jump scene is really warming up. Jamie Evans yesterday rode Hairami to see whether he would stay with this jumper in the Grand National next week at Flemington. He's Hairami winning at Moonee Valley.
800 metres left to run, 3 hurdles to jump, and Soleri's Sun the leader by a length, the Phantom Appeal and Hairami on the outside. Then Gull Fever to third incumbent. This leader's travelling very well, Soleri's Sun. He's over 2 lengths to Hairami, being called upon for an evidence, starting to respond. Phantom Appeal third, followed by the third incumbent, who's getting up on the inside at the second last jump. Soleri's Sun hopped over that one. He's hanging though, Soleri's Sun, and the third income's gone right through on the inside to take the lead, and he's travelling well. Hairami in third place is only plodding at the moment. The third income is the leader from Soleri's Sun and Hairami. They're making the home turn in the Moonee Valley hurdle. The third income is the leader. Hairami angling for the run on the inside. He's getting it if he's good enough. And Soleri's Sun deeper on the track. The third income, Hairami on the inside. Soleri's Sun, a line of 3 coming to the last jump. Hairami jumped it very well. Soleri's Sun down the outside, but Hairami's in front close to home. Hairami will win it. Hairami's won it by a length. Soleri's Sun third to third income.
Well, after that race, Jamie Evans said he would wait until during the week to decide whether he would stay with Hairami or switch back to Best Endeavours for the Grand National at Flemington next week. I can tell you now that Jamie Evans, after a sleepless night, made that decision this morning, and he will switch back to Best Endeavours. And he still doesn't know whether he's made the right decision. He said he might have pulled the wrong rein. Well, the steeplechase yesterday, Wairangi carried the top weight and made light of it.
Irish Kiwi has taken the lead from Winter Robin, and Urangi is joining in, and Hardid is in behind them, and they're followed by Budding Hackett up towards the home turn, and Irish Kiwi being headed now by Urangi at the second last jump. Winter Robin can't go on, and he was followed by Hardid, and back behind them Budding Hackett making the home turn. Here's a great go. Urangi on the outside has gone to a length lead on Irish Kiwi. 5 lengths away, Budding Hackett followed by Hardid. Winter Robin as they make the home turn. 1 fence left to negotiator. Urangi's out full of running. He's got over 2 lengths to Irish Kiwi as they straighten up. Winter Robin down the outside as Budding Hackett coming to the last fence now, and the leader is Urangi, about 3 lengths to Irish Kiwi. Budding Hackett over the last one. Urangi cleared it well. He's in no danger. Winter Robin crashed at the last one, and Urangi too good in the run home. Urangi by 4 lengths to Irish Kiwi.
Well, he's the favourite now, surely, for the Grand National steeplechase. Jamie Evans landing on his, well, he landed awkwardly, coming to grief after the last jump. Jamie Evans complained to stewards that other riders are watching him during a race. My advice to the other riders would be look after your own mounts before worrying about Jamie Evans. That's the secret to success. Wayne Wilson, back in Brisbane, we saw an amazing incident in your last race yesterday, an incident that ended reasonably well but could have been tragic.
Yes, Keith. Danny Craven, I spoke to Danny this morning. He's got a very sore right arm. He has been cleared of breaks, but Danny was riding a horse called Rocket to Fame. Now, Hot Wish crossed over in front of Rocket to Fame, and then Hot Wish's stifle locked and he went out one stride, and Danny's mount, Rocket to Fame, clipped the heels of Hot Wish. Now, Danny was catapulted over the head of the horse, and he hung on for dear life for a distance of 600 metres, because it really was a life or death situation. Had he let go, he would have been trampled by the horse, and who knows what could have happened. Now, Shane Scriven, who was riding Hot Wish, actually, now Danny didn't let go because he had his foot caught in the stirrup. Shane Scriven physically went up alongside the horse, pushed his foot out of the stirrup so as Dan could let go and throw himself away from Rocket to Fame. But it was a spectacular incident in the early stages of the race. Now, here it comes now, and you can see that Hot Wish went back through the field. Now, you can't see the fallen rider there at all, but Danny Craven is actually hanging on to the horse Rocket to Fame. He's back in the field, and he was gripping around the horse's neck, and he held on until the 600-metre point when he eventually let go. And he has come through without suffering any serious injury.
Well, that's good news to what could have been a real horror ending to that story, Wayne.
Yeah, too right, but he is okay.
Wayne, highlights out of your meeting, horses to watch for our Spring Carnival from Brisbane so far?
Ancient Ritual, I think, is going to be a horse of the future. He's a Cups horse. Now, I'm not saying a Melbourne Cups horse, but he is a Cups horse of the future, so watch for him down there. Slight Chance, she's a spectacular filly, and of course never undercharged, Keith. You watch out for him, and the Cox Plate. He'll be very hard to beat if he takes his place in the field.
Don't worry, Wayne. Keith always watches out. Wayne Wilson, thank you up there in Brisbane, and we look forward to the report from Ipswich next weekend. Keith, just before you go, Let's Elope is racing at Hollywood Park in America next Thursday, but I believe there's still been no decision on a jockey.
No, that decision will be made by the trainer, Brian McNally, and also on the 3rd of July, Rough Habit, running for Australasia in the Hollywood Gold Cup.
I don't want to comment, but it's a stunning tie. That's all I'm saying. We're going to take a break. Thank you, Keith, very much. More on Sportsworld coming your way shortly.